Hello, beautiful beings, and welcome back to the Crow's Nest. Welcome if you are new. We are a spiritual all of mind community learning as we grow along our ascension path. We're going to get into today's message for what it is that we need to be aware of and focusing on. But before we do that, I just want to run through some channelings that I had leading up to this message. These channelings actually came to me pretty immediate after I closed yesterday's reading. The energy in that message was really intense. I had to ground myself after that reading, and like I said, as soon as I closed out that reading, I was just immediately picking up the energy for today. So, but I really did need to, take the guidance in yesterday's message, do some self-care, and just unplug from that energy for a minute and just kind of take care of my own energy. As soon as I started this message, now my throat wants to close up, but I'm just going to take a quick little sip here. So, like I said, immediately after I closed yesterday's message, I started to channel, like a continuation of yesterday's message. So the first thing that I came to, I started to see like a holograph, and it was it wasn't very clear to me what I was seeing at first. And so when I asked for more clarity, how Spirit made it clear to me that I was looking at a holograph was by showing me the part of, I guess it's Star Wars, when Obi-Wan Kenobi, that robot, plays that hologram of Princess Leia. And I was thinking, okay, this is really interesting. I'm not much of a movie person either, so bear with me. The part, what I kept hearing was the part where Princess Leia was saying, "You're the only one, you're the only one." So I was seeing this hologram and I was hearing, "You're the only one." And then this made me think about the reading that I did where we were channeling those never-ending story vibes. And I think that was the readings that was one little boy or one little girl can be that important. I think that's in my moon reading playlist, okay? And so we went from "you're the only one" to the part of the never-ending story when the childlike empress is saying, "You're the only one, Bastian," trying to tell him you're the only one who can save Fantasia. And then it made me think about, Princess Leia says, "You're the only one," and then we're hearing the childlike empress saying as well, "You're the only one, it's only you." And then it made me go back to that poem where I kept hearing things, tale as old as, oh yes, the Beauty and the Beast vibes from yesterday, right? Tale as old as time. So I kept picking up that poem that I channeled. I did a reading about it on TikTok, and it was like within a 12-hour time span, I just kept picking up lines like "sands of time," "tale as old as time," "ties that bind." And it was like a masculine was writing a poem. And then I was hearing that there's a couple of things that kept attaching to one another, okay? So forgive me if it's like I'm jumping around. It's just all hard to channel in like a flow. Before I move on to that, let's keep there. I then this morning I was making my breakfast, okay, and then I kept hearing, "and then another one, and then another one." And I started to channel that song with Biggie, and the song, I think it's actually called "And Another One" or "One More Chance" by Biggie. But I was hearing that part of the song where Biggie's like, "And another one," but that wasn't the song that I was actually channeling. And so as I was trying to find the song that I was actually hearing, I found that song from Biggie, and I was kind of watching the video for a minute for that. And then I went on to find the song that I was actually hearing. And what I was actually hearing was, the words were "days were cold without you." And I couldn't remember what's next after that. But as I was channeling "days were cold without you," I just kept hearing Biggie go, "and another one." So if you do resonate with the twin flame journey, very good chance that most of you watching my videos do resonate with that, because I really am feeling as though I'm connecting back into the Twin Flame Collective. It was something that I stepped away from for a little while, but my messages, the way that they've been leading up to today, I almost can't deny anymore that this is where we're at, okay? So, you know, I'm hearing Days Were Cold Without You, and then I'm hearing Biggie say, and another one. And so what I was really hearing is, it's just kind of like as if someone was feeling as though they were missing someone, but the other person was just kind of like, well, and another one, just kind of like, and I really feel like that was an energy of dissociation. I feel like those feminines are feeling, well, like this hurts, and the masculines are just kind of in that energy of on to the next. I'm really picking up like karmic cycles, karmic patterns from that. But if you go back to the last few days, we've been talking about breaking cycles. The song that I was actually channeling was Foolish by Ashanti. And I actually watched that whole music video and I couldn't believe it, because I was like, it's literally this conversation, that negotiation, coming back to that negotiation between the inner masculine and feminine, reaching that compromise and finding a balance, right? Finding a middle ground. I kept channeling things like battlefield and battleground, right? But this is a very spiritual type battle. And so I watched the whole video, and in yesterday's video, I was talking about how right at the end of the video, how I realized that I was tuning back into the energies of like May, spring, early summer of 2021. Because even in today's message with the song Foolish by Ashanti. Now, if you were watching my videos last year, or you remember the video, if you come across it, I was channeling for a long time. It was like there were these feminines who, like masculines were trying to like get into a home, if you will. I was seeing this big giant palace door and skeleton keys. I actually found a skeleton key too, which is, I kept it because I was like, no way, I actually found one of these things. So it was like the masculines were trying to get into this house, and it was like this big giant door that you needed a skeleton key for, and I was seeing skeleton keys, and the masculine was trying to get into the house, but he couldn't. And the feminine, it was like the feminine was on the inside, just kind of like frustrated, like, where is this masculine? Not realizing that the masculine's on the other side of the door, just kind of having a laugh to himself, because the feminine, it's like when you got home one day, it's like you use your key to unlock the door and then you close the door behind you, but you forgot your keys in the door. And so you're like looking around, you're trying to find your keys, you can't find your keys. This masculine's not around. And it was just like this, so much frustration, but it was almost like the masculine was on the other side of the door, just kind of like holding space, being patient, just like, hey, feminine, I got your keys. Can you like let me in? And the reason it was like the masculine couldn't get in is because I saw this feminine so frustrated with the idea of not being able to find the keys, feeling trapped in a sense, that it was like I was watching her pile boxes in front of the door. So it was like, again, dissociation. The feminine was so frustrated with this whole situation that it was like, I'm just gonna, if I can't see the door, maybe I'll forget that I'm mad about this. Meanwhile, masculine's on the other side, and he's just like, I'm seeing that who is that, Mr. Bean, when he's just like laying in the cornfield, just like waiting for something or someone, you know what I mean? So already I'm picking up this sense of the masculine and the feminine having a sense of dissociation, but these are past feelings and thoughts and emotions and resentments I'm hearing. So, you know, going back to what I was saying about that timeline merge from yesterday's video, right? So we're back there. We're back at those energies from last year in the spring. I don't know why I'm saying fall now, but so we'll see what comes of that, okay? But going back around to the hologram, okay? Because this came after the whole timeline merge channel. Going back to the hologram, I was thinking about the hologram. Like, I was asking, like, why am I seeing Star Wars? Because that's not something, again, I'm not a movie goer. And I was realizing that Princess Leia in that hologram, she's wearing white. And in yesterday's message, we saw the white, I was channeling a white owl. And then the day before that was the white tiger. So then I was like, well, what is so significant about white? Now I know the color white has so many significances. So I opened up Google, of course, trusty Google. And the first thing that came to me was the 12 chakra system. So I Googled the 12 chakra system. If you don't know, most people are aware about the chakra system, but our aura actually has 12 points, okay? Not the chakra system that most people are familiar with. It does start there, but we go above that. So above the crown chakra, we have the soul's star or store, it's called. I'm looking at it's a graphic that's being sold on Etsy. But I'm going somewhere with this, okay? So above that, we have the spirit chakra, the universal chakra, the galactic chakra, and the divine gateway. Now, the divine gateway, the 12th chakra, the 12th auric field is actually white. So I was like, in yesterday's message and the day before, I was channeling those higher realms energies really strong. Yesterday's message, when we had Amawatu come through with that white owl, and then we were looking at the image and going back to how it looked like, not only did it look like he was making the sound of an owl, it looked like he was saying Mu, as in City of Mu, as in Lemuria. So going back to seeing Princess Leia in this hologram, I'm now realizing that this information, like I said in the other readings, I don't know who you are, but confirmation, not only are you an old soul, but you are incredibly powerful. So that was the majority of the channeling. I was getting the decks ready. I did have the hematite on the deck. So we have hematite on the tarot that we're going to use, and I was really getting a sense of clarity from this. There's a sense of clarity, enlightenment that's coming through today, and I'm feeling that, like the 12th chakra, the divine gateway, if you'll call it that. This is a pretty high up chakra. I mean, this is the 12th chakra system. So I really am feeling that there is just some kind of deep, I'm hearing ancient knowledge that's going to come to light. Ancient knowledge. Now I'm thinking about Akashic record. So if some of you haven't started to unlock that yet, or remember some of your Akashic memories, that's going to start to come through. Spirit's telling me something else in regards to Akashic memories. There's something about a timeline that took place that you were a part of. We'll see if more comes through on that, though. It's not very clear right now. The other thing that I wanted to get was the soul cards for today, because the stone that I put on there, yes, sorry, that's not where I wanted to go next, but we're there now. Great Agate stabilizes the aura, okay? So right now we're talking about that 12th chakra, the galactic gateway, or the divine gateway, sorry. Well, maybe some of you are even in the galactic chakra right now too, because that's just below the divine gateway, and I said galactic. So maybe that's where we're at right now. This is a collective as well, right? So it might not resonate for everyone, but this is the majority of who I feel I'm connecting to right now. So we're talking about stabilizing the aura. Yes, I think the other thing about agate, I did have another agate stone, but agate also was about grounding. And the other agate that I had, it has these lines on it. And going back to this poem, these like lines that rhyme that I keep channeling, and I just did it right there. I was seeing like literally there's lines on this stone, on this agate. And I was thinking about what came through was ripples in time. I'm already so excited about these energies. I can't even tell you. Yes. So let's see where we go. Let's see where we end up. We'll start with the tarot. Find out what is it that we need to know, be aware of and focusing on at the moment. And if you are new here, my name is Crystaljoy, wounded healer, helping to guide you through the depths of your soul to illuminate the light within. This is all about you and your journey. Even if we talk about twin flames around here, we're talking about the inner masculine and feminine, okay? And everything is as above, so below. So take that how it resonates for you in your journey. I did shuffle the cards off camera, but I'm feeling the need to shuffle them again. I was going to say a really good shuffle, but it's like they don't even want to blend right now. Ooh, peekaboo. We saw that yesterday. Who else we got? Oh, ouch. I'm telling you, that clarity. What did I say? Clarity. The Hematites spoke about clarity. That's what was on the tarot. And something that I left out, another stone, I did want to get the Finding Inner Peace cards, because the other stone that I was like, oh, that says something. Granite. I grabbed granite today. Granite is all about complex processing. Complex processing and painful. We had some painful energies come through in yesterday's message as well. So that was why Spirit wanted me to shuffle again. We were supposed to see that. We'll keep them in there to see if they come back out later. So what do we need to be aware of and focusing on? Thank you so much. Ooh, I like it. We have the Emperor. Very complex process. Like I was just saying about how like most of us are probably in that galactic chakra placement. But what I see here is, you know, we've been seeing a lot of those kings coming through in the readings this past week, say a week now, closer to that. But now we see this king has leveled up. And I love that this wasn't in a transition. It wasn't in the reverse. This was a strong standing in their power, knowing their truth. I'm hearing, knowing, trusting in their divine justice. I do get justice vibes from this card. Right? I can't believe this. So in one of Biggie's albums, Notorious Big, there's like a picture of a baby and he's wearing a crown and holding a staff. Are you not seeing what's happening right here? What hand is it in? It's in this hand. It's got a staff. So I was like, there's something about this card that's connecting to what I channeled this morning. So right now I'm picking up on the masculine energy really strong. And going back to the songs that I was channeling from this morning, hearing Biggie go and another one, when you actually watch those two music videos, it's like literally one person is just out there being a player and the other person is like sitting around at home waiting for this player to come home. And spoiler alert, feminines, if you are resonating with that message about it's like you were frustrated at home and you're like, I'm gonna block the door because I'm so frustrated that I can't find my keys, the masculine, they ain't coming home. Where was I getting with that? Yes, at the end of the video for Foolish, okay, it's like, and I even said this in one of my readings recently, where feminines are feeling at the point where they're just kind of ready to throw in the towel. And it's like, okay, what I'm actually really picking up on right now, I'm actually seeing a feminine is actually so frustrated that at this point she's ready to break the door down. And so she's moving the boxes and she's about to walk out the door. But I'm telling you, once you open up that door, there's a surprise. There's a surprise. Let's get a little bit more. And I did a little investigation yesterday. I just so happened to be at the waterfront, but I was actually surprised to see quite a few things going on. There were quite a few ships. There was a cruise ship just kind of hanging out, not in the harbor, but it wasn't coming or going. It was just kind of hanging out. And I'm also noticing the last couple weeks, because I like to go down on a weekly basis to the water, and each time in the last 2 weeks that I've gone, I'm noticing it's like ships are secretly being brought in. That's kind of the message I'm getting right now, because what I've been seeing is ships with no lights on that are being guided in. And like they're they're not being tugged in, right? So they have power, but why don't they have their lights on? So I've been like picking up this message about something's coming in and you don't see it. And it's just going to be like you open up the door, boom. Right there. Right there. We've been seeing this energy coming through in the last few days as well too. This sense of taking what you need with you and leaving the rest. Anything that's painful, that's holding you back, that you don't need anymore, you just drop the bag at the door. You gotta watch the video. Drop the bag at the door, okay? And it's like the lessons learned will come with you, but also there's that message coming through again about taking the pain and turning it into passion. And I do want to say for anyone resonating with the twin flame journey, I see that message not only just about like life and your light work and how you move in your day to day, but I see that in regards to the connection. If there is a physical union coming in for you, I see the pain of the relationship being turned into the passion. Like what I really see is the two of you agreeing that this was painful. Like it's this, oh, the negotiation has been met. And that's the negotiation. You're both agreeing to agree. You know that saying like, let's agree to disagree, to put it behind. This is, let's agree to agree and let's let it fucking ignite this passion. I just heard someone say that. Let's let it ignite this passion. I just got full body chills, mostly on my right side. Particularly in my legs, which my feet are actually both planted on the ground right now. I'm keeping myself grounded today. So that's again a message about yesterday, and we're seeing this right now, right? Leave everything behind that's not needed right now, right? Spirit is guiding me to say this right now, like feminines, you need to leave behind anything. Like if your counterpart physically were to show up right now, what is all of the things that you would have wished that you had dropped before all of a sudden you open up the door and they were there, kind of thing? And for the masculines, it's a very similar message about what is it that you need to drop before you reach the destination. I'm hearing both counterparts have been working so hard, and even with each individual person watching this, you've been balancing those inner energies really, really hard. You've been working really hard at balancing those energies to bring in those ships filled with abundance. The pentacles keep coming through really strong when I'm talking about what is in these ships that you're bringing in. And you know, the message about seeing so many different kinds of ships in the harbor yesterday, and just kind of hanging out, just like out at sea, like visible. It's like you're not just getting one kind of ship, you're getting freights. They're filled with all kinds of, I'm hearing treasures, like physical, like material treasures. And then it's like on these cruise ships, there's also this sense of like luxuriousness. I'm hearing Flossie. You know that song, Who Is That? Flossie, Flossie. I don't know who sings that. Is that Iggy Azalea? I don't know. And another song that I was channeling earlier too was, is it by, I don't want to say the name wrong. It's basically this storyline about there's like this couple and they fall apart. The girl goes away to college and she comes, you know, her and her college boyfriend didn't work out, so she comes back and they you know, get back together to see where things go, and then he asks her to marry her, and it's the greatest love story this town has ever seen. Okay, the greatest love story this town has ever seen. That took me right back to the never-ending story energy. You all have done this before. And yesterday I was on this massive, massive bike ride through the city, and I wound up at one beach. Actually, it's my divine masculine's, like, he really loves this spot, and I really enjoy it as well. There's a bus stop nearby, and written on the bus stop is we met here a lifetime ago. We met here a lifetime ago, and it was in white writing. Let's keep going. What else? That's so interesting. You see what I just did with the cards? I've never shuffled like that before. What's underneath this? The Temperance. We're in Sagittarius season. Oh, Millie. And the Hanged Man. Okay. And it's coming in fast. Yes, I gotta stop. This energy, I'm telling you, is so powerful. Oh my God. Oh my, I can't even look at the cards anymore because when I see what's there, I'm like, I gotta take that. And I think I saw one more over here. Okay. I'm gonna put these, that one wants to come too. Oh boy. Gotta roll up the sleeves for this, okay? I was so cold earlier and now I'm getting really hot. Turning up the heat, like from yesterday's message. So we are in Sagittarius season, some temperance vibes here. I'm really getting as above, so below right now. Like yin yang energy. The Temperance is all about balance, but she's in the reverse, and this Emperor is in the upright position. I just heard the feminine brings the balance, and that's true whether you're identifying with the twin flame journey or we're talking about the energies within the self. The feminine, the sacred feminine, is what brings the balance in the energy. The other thing that I'm seeing that I just couldn't slow down with is the Three of Swords in the reverse. So putting an ending to the pain, and the Lovers in the upright position. Like literally these three. So bringing balance to the pain, divine love, relationships, harmony, romance. I just heard reciprocity. Yes. Because the the Six of Pentacles is here. I think I almost called it the Five of Pentacles yesterday too. But what I love about this is yesterday we saw it in the reverse. So going back to that teeter-totter with all these energies, because that wheelbarrow, right? You're in that wheelbarrow and you're getting bumped around as the wheelbarrow's moving, but you're gonna settle. It's gonna settle. And what I see right now is that energy is no longer feeling one-sided. If you know tarot and you're looking at these cards, you're like losing your brain right now. I'm trying to keep my cool because I'm here for you all. But also for myself, I look at these energies and I just like want to look out my window. This makes me very excited because the things that are coming in, like what is on those ships is like literally everything that you could possibly want. And you might even notice you're manifesting things. Like I'm actually manifesting things and I'm having a laugh at myself because I'm like, did I actually just do that? Like awesome, but also what? And this goes for so many things. Like I was saying, abundance comes in so many forms. It's not just materialism. It's not just financial wealth. It's not just harmonious relationships, okay? Picking up Four of Swords energy now. Holy, maybe we'll see that today. Putting such an end. Going back to 6 energy as well, I didn't point it out yesterday, but the Lovers is number 6. I channeled the number 6 and then the Lovers did come out. It's here again today. The other thing that I was seeing, okay, at the top of the deck, what was it here? Yes, it was the Hanged Man. And like I said, there's going to be like such a great enlightenment. This 12th chakra, this divine gateway, it's like this great epiphany. And for some of you, that's the great epiphany, is like once you start to tap into the Akashic memories and the records, it's just going to be like the biggest light bulb going off. I'm actually seeing, who is that from the Addams Family movie where he uses the light bulb on his tongue to make it bright? That's really funny. There's a message in that though. There's something about the baldness, right? He's bald. He's wearing gray. There's something about that. And then we see this again in regards to those ships coming in with passion and haste and eagerness and excitement. And again, we can see that this energy is still kind of on halt. There it is again. I was picking up that older timeline before, and I was feeling that. I think I said that early in the reading. There's something about an older time. Because we're talking about your Akashic record. Like for some of you, I'm looking at the word Mu right now. You go back to Lemurian timeline. That's ancient, okay? That's like beginning of life. Here on Earth as we know it, okay? And these ships are ready to come in. They're in the harbor. They're blowing their horn for days on end. And until you retreat and receive, I just heard, there's going to be this halt. But you're leveling that energy out because the Six of Pentacles is no longer in the reversed. We see that in the upright position now. So it's this energy, this halted energy is sandwiched. It's like it's got nowhere else to go but up at this point. The other thing, I don't even know, that's not what I thought it was going to be. I didn't even see this until now. I literally said, I saw it in my mind's eye, the Four of Wands. I need a moment. And I am back. That was really intense. I just had to process that for a moment. I'm a little excited myself. I cannot lie. What I really see right now, and I have one more card here that slipped off the bottom of the deck. I thought I saw the Queen of Cups. We're going to find out what that is. It slid off the bottom. Okay, we ended with the Four of Wands. I channeled it. It's here. I didn't even see it before I channeled it, and it came up. There's probably no way for you to believe I didn't see it before now, but it happened. There was a one-sidedness. Divine feminines. For a moment, I was feeling like this was the masculines feeling entrapment of the mind, but divine feminines have been feeling as though there has been, because I even channeled the word reciprocity, there has been a one-sidedness to the energy and the connection. Divine feminines have gone through a process of surrender. I put that in one of my readings. It's there. This masculine now has gone through this great epiphany. This masculine sees what the hell he needs to see. He's done with this. I'm hearing so many things right now, kicking it to the curb, throwing it in the trash. I'm burning that motherfucking shit down, I just heard. I mean, and I'm actually getting chills. Can you see this? Like all my hairs. Burning it to the ground. This masculine is all full of fire energy. And on my big hike yesterday, I took a photo of this tree. I couldn't believe it. I share these readings on my Facebook platform. You can follow me there. I'll put the photo of the tree that I saw yesterday. I saw this red tree. It's red. It wasn't a red maple, but the color red of the leaves on this tree, because of the change of season, it was like literally someone took a torch to this thing. I even said in yesterday's reading that there was going to be something very significant about rings. You can also see I posted a photo on my Facebook share of this yesterday's message. There, I went past a park and I knew these things were there, but I didn't think that I was going to go buy them. And these two giant rings, it's like this art exhibit, and it's on a beach called Sunset Beach. And when the sun sets, if you catch it in the right angle, it's like one of these rings captures the sun in it. So I talked yesterday, and I didn't even know why in the reading why rings were going to be so significant until hours later. I was like, well, there's two giant rings right here on the beach, like rings that you wear on your finger, okay? Like the diamond kind, yes. This masculine has had that inward journey has realized that this is a choice. You know, the ships can be filled with whatever you want or don't want. So I'm seeing someone actually just like dumping stuff off the end of a ship that's actually moving really quickly through deep ocean water right now. Holy. And this masculine, it's like I channeled this in some of my other readings where the masculine, I heard him saying, I'm done being a fool. I don't even remember what platform that was on, but this literally is a masculine. I said this too. There is a inner union taking place for some of you. My hands are shaking right now because I'm just like, what? This is inner union taking place within a masculine right now. And this masculine, it's not just an inner union. This masculine wants to bring this to light. And this goes for the energies within yourself as well, okay? Even if you don't resonate with the twin flame journey, we're talking about the energies within. And so when your masculine finally comes forward to reach the state of harmonious union within with the inner feminine, those ships are coming in hot and heavy. The heat is being turned up. I'm actually hearing that the heat, like, I've channeled the energies from the past few days, but I'm hearing the heat is being turned up even from that point. So even the